You're listening to the Manage My Home podcast, the podcast for property owners who would like help with their rental properties. This show is based on the RPM WV Phoenix team's experience in leasing and managing homes and will give you useful advice and tips to succeed with your rental property. And now, from Phoenix, Arizona, here is Lisa from RPM WV Phoenix.
Thank you for joining me. This is Lisa with Manage My Home. So as property managers in the Phoenix area, we're always analyzing different cities to determine the best neighborhoods for Phoenix rental properties and to look at what areas within each city, what neighborhoods are renting the fastest, renting the best, renting for the most money. So today we're going to do an analyzation of the Laveen, Arizona area, and we've utilized the multiple listing systems. And we have identified the top 5 rental property subdivisions in Laveen. So Laveen, one of the reasons I think renters like Laveen so much is because of its proximity to downtown Phoenix. And we just have a map here. So this area in here is going to be Laveen that you can see here on the screen. And you can see downtown Phoenix is relatively close as compared to a lot of other, cities as you go further out, like the Goodyear, the Litchfield Park. And Laveen is very reasonably priced. So we did some research. We found the top 5 subdivisions. Now, year to date for 2018, there's been a total of 221 rental properties closed, according to the MLS. The top 5 subdivisions are Laveen Farms at 45, Rogers Ranch at 37, Cheetah Farms at 26, Laveen Crossings at 23, and Cotton Fields at 15. And we're just going to kind of give you a little understanding here on the map where some of these areas are. So we've moved in here closer to the Laveen area. So the Laveen Farms area is going to be more over in this area, like southern 67th Avenue area. Your Roger Ranch is going to be this area right here, which is in between 43rd and 51st Avenue and Baseline and Southern. Your Cheatham Farms is going to be a little further south, right down here in this Cheetah Farms area. So 51st to 55th and the South Mountain Avenue. And then let's see, your Laveen Crossings is going to be up here. It's a little further north. So you're going to be north of Baseline here, whereas Cheatham Farms is going to be south of Baseline. And then your Cotton Fields is going to be over in this area as well. So you're going to also be north of Baseline for Cotton Fields. So these 5 subdivisions, again, we've got Laveen Farms, Rogers Ranch, Cheatham Farms, Laveen Crossing, and Cotton Fields. They represented 66% of the closed rental property transactions in Laveen. That's year to date 2018. The remainder were spread out among the rest of the neighborhoods in Laveen, and there are quite a few neighborhoods. There's a total of at least about 15. And then what we like to do is we like to break down our average rent for each area. So Cotton Fields is going to come in the highest at $1,472. Now that makes sense because there are some larger properties in this area. There are some properties on a gated community and a golf course there. So those properties are probably what's driving up that average market price. Our next highest is going to be Laveen Farms at $1,455. Next is going to be Cheatham Farms at $1,388. Then Rogers Ranch at $1,349 and Laveen Crossings at $1,346. So overall, this area does rent well. We recommend single stories, especially in this area. They do seem to rent faster and be more desirable than the 2-story. I think, again, because when you're looking at areas to be a little bit more reasonable on the rent, people are really cognizant of their utility bills, and those 2 stories, like we always say, can be really high in the summer months. And then our question is going to be on a completely different topic this month. It is regarding HOA fines. We've had several people contact us because we manage homeowners associations, and they've reached out to us. They're having issues with their current HOA regarding fees and fines on their accounts, and they're wondering if they have any type of recourse. So, interesting thing happened recently, not that recently, but a year or two ago. There were some significant changes with homeowners association rules and regulations here in Arizona. And it's important to know as homeowners that your homeowners association can no longer lien your property for late fees, fines. The only thing they can lien your property for is HOA dues. So a lot of the management companies, and even if you're in a self-managed homeowners association, they're a lot more willing and amicable to waiving fines. So if you're having issues with that with your tenant in place, you may want to reach out to your property management company and see if they might be able to waive some of those fines for you. I know the weeds have been really bad here in the fall. So just kind of a tip on advice. We recommend emailing them to have something in writing to see if they might work with you on some fines that you have. And if you have any questions or comments, you can reach us at info@rpmwvphx.com. Our website is www.rpmwvphx.com. And if you own any properties, or you are a board of a homeowners association, or any apartment complexes that you're looking for residential management services for in the Metro Phoenix area, please feel free to reach out to us. Our contact number is 602-358-8130. Hope everyone has a great holiday, and we will talk to you next year.